ఓకే. ఈరోజు మనం క్లాస్ చెప్పుకుందాం. లెట్ us start our class. In our elective cluster, we have a renewable energy cluster. In this, one general paper is there, that is renewable energy. 3 are cluster elective papers are there. So when we take physics cluster, we have 4 papers in physics. Remaining 2, one is from maths, one is from chemistry or computers. That is our 6 papers in 6th sem. So when we take physics cluster or any other cluster, generally we have one cluster paper, physics. Similarly, one cluster maths and one cluster elective. Chemistry, maths, physics. If we take physics cluster, there is electives in addition to physics cluster paper. So that is our 6 papers framework, syllabus framework in our 6th sem. In this renewable energy, we have 5 units. From each unit, we have a essay question and short answer question. Here we discuss about Unit 2, Global Energy Scenario and Indian Energy Scene or Scenario. Global Energy Scenario, Indian Energy Scenario. This is second unit. Here, our topic is energy consumption in various sectors or global energy resources: coal, oil, natural gas, nuclear and hydroelectric power, whatever it may be. Energy consumption in various sectors means the sectors includes coal, oil, natural gas, nuclear and hydroelectric power. These parts here we discuss in our topic or in today's class. So when we come to introduction, why energy required? What is the country status based on the consumption of energy? All these things comes under introduction. So for every country, based on their requirements, they consume energy or they draw energy from the variety of sources. In order to develop or in order to do activities in their country, they need energy resources. Energy resources means where energy drawn is called a energy resource. Here the energy resources we discuss are coal, boggu, oil, నూనెలు, natural gas, సహజవాయువు, nuclear power, అణు శక్తి, hydroelectric power, జల శక్తి, hydro power, jala shakti, hydroelectric power. Both are similar words, no problem. So the energy needs from a variety of resources. So we can broadly categorize these resources or energy sources into commercial and non-commercial. So the resources which are exchanged from one state to one country to another country or one state to another state, those comes under commercial category. These may be fossil fuels, that means coal, oil, and natural gas. Some countries may not have fossil fuels, some may be abundant fossil fuels. Hence, they are commercialized from one country to another country. So, these fossil fuels, Silaja Indanalu. Fossil means Silajamu, fuel means Indanam. These fossil fuels are comes under commercial uh, energy resources. The hydropower, nuclear power, these are comes under non-commercial resources. Every country may have water or rivers or oceans, whatever in the form, the water may be available for each and every country. So that means the hydropower may not be commercialized. Hence, they are developed or they are developed the energy from water their own. Similarly, nuclear power. So, nuclear power is not commercialized, but the nuclear matter may be commercialized based on the understandings of their countries. So, these are the two types of natural resources or energy resources. So, when we consider the industrialized country like USA, most of energy requirements from the commercial sources. They required more energy, hence they need more commercial resources. They get energy from commercial resources or commercial sources. Whereas in undeveloped country or developed country of like our India, there may be more use of non-commercial energy resources. Actually, uh, come to India, India may also more use in uh, commercial fuels. Here, just for developed country, for sake of example, we mention India, but compared to USA, there may be less use of commercial resources, but whereas in India also there may be more use of commercial resources to produce energy. So this is about the introduction regarding consumption of various resources for the production of energy or global energy resources usage, global energy resources usage. So now we come to each and every one. Each resource we discussed in detailed manner. Commercial or conventional energy sources. All commercial energy sources are conventional. Those are not non-conventional. Conventional means they may be available for some time. Those are not non-renewable energy sources. Conventional energy sources may be called it as non-renewable energy sources. That means those may consume after certain time. అవి అయిపోతాయి కొంతకాలానికి 100 సంవత్సరాలకో 200 సంవత్సరాలకో లేదా 50 సంవత్సరాలకో ఎంతో కొంతకాలం తర్వాత ఆ రిసోర్సెస్ అయిపోవడం జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. దే మే బి కన్జ్యూమ్ ఆఫ్టర్ certain period of time, hence they are called it as conventional energy sources. So when we come to uh, before going to each and every one, there is some points regarding general points regarding conventional energy sources. Those may be fossil fuels or solid fuels. Mainly coal including anthracite, bituminous and brown coals in solid form. Liquid and gaseous fuels including petroleum and its derivatives. And a natural gas. That means the fossil fuels may be available in three states. One is solid state, and another one is liquid state. Final one is gaseous state. The solid state, in case of solid state, there is coal. Coal may be obtained in different types: anthracite, bituminous, lignite, like that. In liquid state, there is a petroleum product, and in gaseous state, there is a natural gas. So, these conventional energy resources may be available in three states. That means the fossil fuels may be available in three states. And when we come to hydropower, hydropower or water power, the energy may be generated by using abundant water or hydro. And third one is, in case of nuclear energy comes from the nuclear fission. The nuclear energy comes from nuclear fission. So, in addition to these hydropower, thermal, nuclear power, and fossil fuels power, there is minor sources of energy, including sun, wind, tides. Those resources may be minor use in nowadays in global scenario. Those are treated as renewable energy sources. Sun means solar energy. We observe the solar energy from sun, and wind energy from wind, tidal energy from tides. All these are renewable energy sources. They are not consumed. They are not they are continuously available. అవి తరిగిపోవు. They are not deteriorate. తరిగిపోని ఇంధన వనరులు అన్నమాట. Whereas we come to wood, it is not treated as renewable energy, but it may be available when agitation takes place. Someone అడవులు ఉన్నంతకాలం వుడ్ వస్తానే ఉంటుంది, బట్ జనరల్లీ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ కన్సిడర్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ రెన్యూబుల్ energy sources. So that is the wood use in global scenario is observed in non-commercialized countries. అంటే అంతగా అభివృద్ధి చెందిన దేశాల్లో వుడ్ ఉపయోగం ఎక్కువగా ఉంది. వీటికి వచ్చినట్లయితే కోల్, వీటికి వచ్చినట్లయితే ఇది 20th centuryలో వినియోగం ఎక్కువగా ఉంది. ద యూజ్ ఆఫ్ కోల్ reached a peak in the early part of a 20th century. Similarly, in 20th century also, the oil come to commercialization. The use of oil comes to commercialization. Hydroelectricity has already grown in stable level in most of the countries, developed countries. That means the developed countries have large hydropower stations. All these things we discussed, that is the commercial resources and non-commercial resources or other resources. When we observe this usage of the resources in global level, nearly 32.5% coal is used to obtain the energy. And then oil, overall global scenario. This is not a country scenario. In global or in the world, the oil usage is nearly 38%. Gas usage is in nearly 19%. Uranium. Uranium is used to produce the nuclear power. So that is very less. It is 0.13%. Hydropower, nearly 2%. So this is the commercial and non-commercial energy resources usage. Up to gas, we have nearly 98% usage takes place. This 20, 40, 60, this is 20, 40, 60. This is nearly 30, 90, nearly 90, 95% is observed from commercial resources. The energy obtained all countries is from commercial resources only. Non-commercial resources from thermal energy, hydro energy and nuclear energy, there is only come together only 2.13%. Whereas in other resources, wood, dung, waste, solid waste, uh, all this nearly 8% only. So this is 8%, this is 2%, and it is nearly 90% usage takes place in uh, commercial and non-commercial energy resources. So this is the scenario of resources used to produce the energy. Here we discuss about uh, general things. Here we say that 8% of the total energy used in the world, whatever we says, that may be uh, observed in these sentences. Coal, oil, gas, uranium, and hydro are commonly known as commercial or conventional energy sources for world's energy supply. For world's energy supply comes mainly from fossil fuels. So this is about uh, the energy produced from hydro and 60 times the energy produced from nuclear sources. All these things here we discussed in this each and every resource usage. Now, when we come to coal, so here up to this, what we discuss in this class is what are the energy resources available, or what are the energy resources used uh, effectively in global scenario comes under five things. Those are oil, gas, coal. Those are commercial energy resources. Nuclear power, hydropower comes under non-commercial energy resources. Other things, solar energy, wind energy, some other animal dung, wood, all these are considered other energy resources. So these other energy resources usage is nearly 8%. Commercial energy resources usage is nearly 90%, and non-commercial energy resources usage is 2%. Up to this, we point out these things. This may be elaborate as sentence wise to get the marks. So here that is the thing. We know the what they ask in questions, but we cannot frame the sentences based on our knowledge. So when we practice the sentence framing, we get the more marks. In the same sense, we observe, we get the knowledge. So that is the thing up to we discuss. Regarding coal, now we discuss each and every part of the energy resource: coal, oil, then petroleum. Petroleum means oil, gas, nuclear power, hydropower. So the first fuel used in world or anywhere is the coal, the most common source of energy. General thing, most common source of energy is called మన అంటే ఈ జనరల్ కోల్ అనగానే జనరల్గా యూజ్ చేసే ఒక ఎనర్జీ రిసోర్స్గా తీసుకుంటున్నాం. సుమారుగా ఒక 40-50 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి విరివిగా ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం. ద లాస్ట్ 3 decades ద వరల్డ్ స్విచ్డ్ ఓవర్ ఫ్రమ్ కోల్ టు ఆయిల్ అంటున్నారు. 3 decades ముందు, బిఫోర్ 3 decades, and that means 1950s industrialization times, the use of coal is very large. The portion of fuel, energy resource as a coal is more. బొగ్గుని విరివిగా ఉపయోగించేవాళ్ళు. బొగ్గే దాదాపు 60-70% వినియోగంలో ఉండేది ఒక 50 years బ్యాక్, 1940s 1950s ఇండస్ట్రియలైజేషన్ టైంలో. అలాగనే ఈ కోల్ని we can use coal in different forms as a primary fuel or it can be a secondary fuel. Primary fuel, the coal may be used directly to produce heat. In order to generate electricity, the coal may be used as a secondary energy source. That means the coal is used to generate heat. By using heat, water is evaporated. By using the water evaporation, water vapors, the turbines may be rotated. By the rotation of turbines, the electricity or electric power is generated. All these things comes under usage of coal. It can be used as a primary or secondary thing. Other cases, the coal may be used to produce some greases like that. Some other industrial products, byproducts may be produced by using coal. So this is developed by the usage of coal, how the coal is used and how the coal is produced. కోల్ ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగించుకుంటున్నాం, కోల్ ఏ విధంగా జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. సో వీ నో దట్ హౌ ద కోల్ ఈజ్ ప్రొడ్యూస్డ్. Geological ages, the atmosphere takes certain different changes. So from these changes, the trees or some other vegetation comes under the earth surface. మనకి వివిధ వాతావరణ మార్పుల్లో ఈ అప్పటి వరకు అవైలబుల్లో ఉన్న చెట్లు, ఇతర పశుపక్షాదులు, అలాగనే వృక్ష సంపద, వెజిటేషన్, ఇవన్నీ కూడా భూమి పొరల్లోకి వెళ్ళడం జరిగిపోయింది. ఇట్ కమ్స్ అండర్ ది ఎర్త్ సర్ఫేస్. బై ది టెంపరేచర్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ అండ్ ప్రెజర్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్, దే మే చేంజ్ ఇట్ టు కోల్. సో ఆ విధంగా అవి ఈ కాలం గడిచే కొద్దీ అవి చిన్నగా రకరకాల చర్యలు జరిగి బొగ్గుగా మారిపోతుంది డైరెక్ట్గా. జనరల్గా మనం కెన్ ప్రిపేర్ కోల్ based on our some other techniques. In villages, some other villages, they may produce coal. దాన్ని మామూలుగా కట్టెల నుండి తయారు చేసిన బొగ్గు అంటాం, కట్టెల బొగ్గు. బట్ వీటిని జనరల్గా ఒక పదాన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తాం, రైల్వే బొగ్గు అని. సో దీస్ కోల్ ఫ్రమ్ ది ఎర్త్, it gives more energy compared to the coal obtained from a wood or some other tree trunks, whatever it may be. So this is the production type of a coal. So the coal is produced by the atmospheric changes, వాతావరణ పరిస్థితులు మారడం వల్ల కాలానుగుణంగా ఇలా మనకి ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయింది. The coal is available in 3 types. This is available lignite or peat lignite, bituminous and anthracite coals. Those are lignite, bituminous and anthracite coals. So types of coal available from the earth surface is 3 types. The anthracite it has nearly 80 to 90% coal. It gives more energy compared to bituminous coal and lignite coal. So the power plants comes based on the coal is one. There is here we cite one major coal power plant, thermal power plant based on coal. That is nearly 2,100 megawatts. It is one major thermal power generation project. In this we have 3 units of 200 megawatts power generator sets. Similarly, 3 units of 500 megawatts power generation sets are there in this unit. So all this come together, we have 2,100 megawatts thermal power generation plant is there. So in this coal we discuss about the availability of coal. ఎప్పటి నుంచి మనకి కోల్ లభ్యమైంది, how the coal is formed, what types of coal is available, and the thermal power stations, some other major thermal power stations constituted based on the coal. And the last point is the environmental effect when we use coal as a energy source, energy resource. So the major disadvantage of coal is when we burn the coal, it emits carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide into atmosphere. So when we use coal, if we use more coal, we can produce more carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. This will damage the ecological balance, because if more coal is burned, more carbon dioxide and more carbon monoxide are evolved, are produced. This large amount of carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide may not be absorbed the trees available or the vegetation available in the world. So if the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide may not absorb the vegetation or some other things, so there is a global warming. There is a global warming effect due to the large production of carbon dioxide due to usage of coal. So this is the things we discussed under coal. So here we discussed the 5 points regarding coal. Those are: when we use the coal, how much percentage used to produce energy in the world, how coal is developed, what type of coals are available, the power generation plants based on the coal, the byproducts produced in the usage of coal, and the environmental effects by the byproducts developed by the burning of a coal. In similar sense, we can discuss the oil also. Here a point is added by the large production of carbon dioxide, there is a global warming. కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ ఎక్కువ ఉపయోగించడం వలన గ్లోబల్ వార్మింగ్ అనేది కూడా వస్తుందని చెప్తున్నా. ఈ విధంగా మనకు తెలిసిన అంశాల గురించి రాసుకుంటా పోతే కొంత మార్కులు పడే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఎక్కడ మనం వదిలేయకుండా దాన్ని స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ రాసుకుంటా వెళ్తా ఉంటే ఈ రెన్యూబుల్ ఎనర్జీ రిసోర్సెస్లో మనం మార్క్స్ పొందడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. అలాగనే ఆయిల్కి వచ్చినట్లయితే ఆయిల్ యూసేజ్ ఎంత పర్సెంటేజ్ ఉంది, ఎప్పటి నుంచి ఆయిల్ ఉపయోగించడం జరుగుతుంది, అలాగనే ఎలాంటి ఆయిల్ మనకు లభ్యం అవుతుంది, ఆయిల్ను ఉపయోగించడం వలన వచ్చే బై ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఏంటి, వాటి వలన వచ్చే నష్టాలు ఏంటి, ఇంకా ఆయిల్ క్షేత్రాలు ఎక్కడైనా ఉన్నాయా, ఇలాంటి పాయింట్స్ మనం ఆయిల్లో డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. కోల్కి డిస్కస్ చేసినట్టు. సో మనకి సుమారుగా 70-80% కోల్ని మనం ఇండస్ట్రియల్ రెవల్యూషన్ టైంలో ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం అని చెప్పాం. అలానే ఆయిల్కి వచ్చినట్లయితే నవేడేస్ నియర్లీ 40% ఆఫ్ ఎనర్జీ కమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆయిల్ యూసేజ్. ఆయిల్ యూసేజ్ చేయటం వల్ల నియర్లీ 40% ఎనర్జీ మనకి ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. అంతా ఆయిలేగా మనం ఉపయోగించేది. ఇండస్ట్రియల్కి ఆయిల్ ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం, అలాగనే చిన్న వెహికల్స్ నడిపించడానికి కూడా ఆయిలే ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం. సో ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ యూసేజ్ ఇన్ ఆయిల్ ఈజ్ నియర్లీ 40%. The industrial developed countries are more used the oil. The oil usage is more in industrially developed countries or developed countries. So when we come to how much oil is used up to 100 years, then it is nearly 250,000 million tons of oil is consumed up to this nearly in 100 years. దాదాపు 100 సంవత్సరాల్లో 2,50,000 మిలియన్ టన్నుల ఆయిల్ని ఉపయోగించడం జరిగింది. The world economy, here also we mentioned a point, world economy dominated by oil. So the Arab countries or Middle East countries are based on the oil economy. They have a lot of money based on the by selling oil, like Saudi Arabia, like that. They have more oil produced countries, Iraq, Iran, all these things are developed based on the production of oil. So when we come to oil, there is an effect on the economy of a countries. Oil economy countries called OPEC countries is there. They produce oil and get the money and they consume this oil money to their development. So oil countries developed based on the oil economy. So this oil is also non-renewable energy source. That means they may be consumed certain time. కొంత కాలానికి అది అయిపోతుంది. అలానే ఈ ఆయిల్ ఎలా ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుందో కూడా మనం కోల్ లాగానే చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో oil is produced due to the interaction between the oil, this natural vegetation and water. Interaction between the vegetation and water. This oil reserves observed in the sea base సముద్ర గర్భాల్లో, సముద్ర అగాధాలలోనే గమనిస్తూ ఉంటాం. అంటే సముద్ర అగాధాలు ఎందుకు వస్తున్నాయంటే ఈ నదుల నుండి వెళ్ళిన నదీ ప్రవాహం నుండి కొట్టకపోయినా ఈ చెక్కలు, చెట్లు ఇవన్నీ ఒకదానికొకటి మిక్స్ అయిపోయి ఆయిల్ మనకి జనరేట్ అవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. అదే కోల్కి వచ్చినట్లయితే మనకి అవి నదుల్లో నదీ గర్భాలు వెంబడి కానీ సముద్ర గర్భాలు వెంబడి కానీ కనపడవు. ఎక్కడ కనపడతాయి? మామూలుగా మైదానాల్లోనే ఉంటుంది. మైదానాల్లోనే మైదాన ప్రాంతాల్లోనే, భూ ప్రాంతాల్లోనే మనకి కోలు లభ్యమవుతుంది. వెరాజ్ ద అవైలబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఆయిల్ ఈజ్ అబ్జర్వ్డ్ ఇన్ బేస్ river bases or sea bases only. So when we come to our India, there is oil rigs at Tripura, Manipur, West Bengal. Similarly in Andhra Pradesh, KG Basin, Krishna Godavari Basin, like that. So this is the oil rigs or oil produced places. In similar case also, in the similar sense, for coal also we can say that there is Singareni colonies, some other colonies, they produce coal which are located on the plains, Maidanal or hill areas. So here we come to liquid fuel, that means oil. There is a type of oil used in diesel. Petroleum, diesel, like that. All this comes from oil. The oil is distilled based on the temperature. After distillation, we observe petroleum, diesel, kerosene, similarly some other byproducts are observed by the oil. రాతి చమురు అంటాం తెలుగులో, లేదా ముడి చమురు అంటాం, లేదా రాతి చమురు అంటాం. వీటి నుంచి మనకి పెట్రోల్, డీజిల్ ఎలా వస్తుందంటే డిస్టిలేషన్ చేస్తే వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. ఈ ఆయిల్ మొత్తం కన్జంప్షన్లో డీజిల్ కన్జంప్షన్ ఒక 2% ఉంటుంది, మిగతాదంతా పెట్రోలియమే. నియర్లీ 35% పెట్రోలియం ఉంటుంది, ఒక 2% డీజిల్ ఉంటుంది, ఒక 1% కిరోసిన్ ఉంటుంది. రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్స్ మనకి ఈ ఆయిల్ కింద వస్తాయి. 1-2 నిమిషాల్లో మనకి క్లాస్ క్లోజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఆటోమేటిక్గా 40 నిమిషాలకి అది క్లోజ్ అయ్యే అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. దాన్ని బట్టి మనం ఆటోమేటిక్ క్లోజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి దాని గురించి వరి అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఎంతవరకు అయిపోతే అంతవరకు చూసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో మనం చెప్పుకుందాం అన్నమాట. సో when we come to oil, we discuss the points are how much percentage of oil is used in the production of energy, where oil is ఎక్కడ నుండి మనకు ఆయిల్ లభ్యమవుతుంది, ఏ ప్రదేశాలు, ఇంకా మనకి ఆయిల్ నుంచి ఏం ప్రోడక్ట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, పెట్రోలియం, డీజిల్, కెరోసిన్ ఇవన్నీ చెప్పాం. అలాగనే దీనిలో వచ్చే మనం ఈ ఆయిల్ మండించడం వల్ల కూడా కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ ఇవన్నీ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. వాటి గురించి చెప్పలేదు కానీ జనరల్గా రాసుకోవచ్చు. there is a chance to write the type of sentences in order to get the more marks. So this is about oil. So up to this we discussed the introduction about energy resources available in our world or in global, and then each resource is discussed in detailed manner. Coal is discussed in detailed manner. Similarly, oil is discussed in detailed manner. Now come to gas. These are fossil fuels, oil, gas, and coal. coal or fossil fuels. So gas is also available in uh, river basins, river and sea basins, KG basin like that. In addition to oil, there is a availability of gas. We